Whoever said good things come to those that wait must have been referring to this. I'm Kahlert for Precision Aerobatics, and this is the PA Spotlight on the ultimate AMR 60. The prevailing culture of today is now, and what I have before me is something that challenged the patience of many PA customers, myself included. See, over 5 years ago, Precision Aerobatics set out to make a larger version of its highly successful biplane, the ultimate AMR. That was already the best biplane on the market by a long shot, thanks to some clever engineering that tamed some of the biplane-y characteristics that often got pilots into trouble. So what I have here is its big brother. And it's not a scaled up version of what we already had. Instead, it's a whole new airplane altogether. The wingspan is 52 inches. The length is 56 inches. And the all-up weight, that's the weight including the batteries, ready to fly, is an astonishing 2,200 grams. That is under 5 pounds. That is half the weight of anything else that's ever existed in a competing biplane size class. And yet when you hold it, it's anything but flimsy. In fact, it's incredibly rigid, and it's a visibly substantial airplane. It's a big biplane, and it flies astonishingly well. It even transports easily. And if you've watched any of the flying videos on this plane, be aware that they're all flown on the IPA's power setup. There is no special team-only setup for camera trickery. What we fly is what you can buy to power your airplane, and it takes all of the guesswork out of it. The Thrust 60R motor was something that we developed especially for this airplane. Now don't worry, it still has the rotor cool bell that draws air through and over the motor for higher efficiency. It's also lighter than the Thrust 50 that was found on our other 6S airplanes, and it's even more powerful. The ESC we use is the Quantum 70 Pro, and this features a selectable BEC voltage output, which means you can provide either 6, 7.4, or 8.4 volts to your servos at an 8 amp max output. We've developed all new servos for this airplane as well. These are the Nexatec NXT90 HV servos. These are best-in-class little beasts. And despite being a biplane, you still only need 4 of them because we've ganged the ailerons together. Now this is a 6S model, but don't worry. We fly 2 3S packs in series to get to the 6S. Between 2,200 and 2,600 milliamp hours is the recommended battery capacity, so you probably already have packs to fly this airplane. Prop recommendations are a Vox 15.8, 15.10, or 16.7, depending upon what you want to do, and you should plan 6 to 8 minutes of flying time depending upon your style. Biplanes have arguably earned their bad rap, and the 2 biggest knocks against them have been their flying quirks and tendencies and bad habits. And part 2, being that they were always a pain to set up at the field, taking a lot of time. Now, a lot of this can all be blamed on careless design. Simply shrinking full-scale airplanes down into models absolutely does not translate aerodynamically, and there's been a lot of bad biplanes over the years. Now, I flew a prototype version of this model 2 years ago, and this production version has evolved significantly. It's even better, and that one was really good. So this airplane offers a ridiculously expansive flight envelope, double the wings of a monoplane, and yet it's steadier in the slowest Harrier, upright or inverted, doesn't matter, even more so than you can imagine. The roll rate, absolutely bananas, and I have over 70 degrees of throw on the elevator if I want to use it. So this airplane tumbles like absolutely nothing else I have ever experienced before. And I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say that someone watching this video is going to wind up inventing a new stunt with this airplane just because the capability is so much greater than anything else that's come. The knife edge performance is stellar, and the rudder has tons of precise authority. Now, let me be very clear on this, that the ultimate AMR 60 absolutely does not need a gyro. It flies beautifully just the way it is. And the cool thing about that is it makes a spectacular sport flyer. Now, you will need to turn down those crazy rates, but it runs on rails and it lands nice and slow thanks to that lightweight wing loading. So any skill level pilot will love this airplane and enjoy it, and everyone who sees it is going to admire it because biplanes are undeniably captivating. Dealing with the second point I brought up of them being difficult to set up at the field, PA developed not only their nice wing bags, but also a wing transportation and storage jig system that allows for monoplane assembly times on a biplane. Just 2 pins at the top and 2 bolts from below fix your wings on. It could not be any easier. And so this huge biplane transports in the back seat, possibly even fully assembled if you have a large enough back seat. Our motto is, because quality counts. And when something takes 5 years, there is no choice but to deliver on the promises. Now, if you know PA, you should know about fiber fusion. And as with many things, it's been copied. Quite poorly, I might add. We innovated it, and we still do it best. And it's how we can make planes this large, this light, and this strong. And what you see in our planes is not fiberglass that's been painted black. And it's not a sticker. Rather, it's the highest grade of carbon fiber that's available, and each piece is hand sanded after being milled in-house, in our own factory. The wood is sorted and stored. It's competition grade balsa, again, in our own factory. Nobody builds our planes. We have our own factory. Even the glue we use is superior. It costs triple what competing factories use. The wing incidence is set at the factory, and it's checked not once but twice. Our ball links and anodized socket cap screws, they're German made, not Chinese. Only these tail surfaces need hinging. The ailerons are done for you at the factory. The ganging links on these ailerons, they're adjustable. And all this comes together thanks to a 43-page color detailed assembly manual that was painstakingly provided to assure a hassle-free build process. They've even come up with a built-in solution for setting up CG, which has been something that's always challenging on a biplane because of the number of wings it had. But on these struts, there are 2 holes directly underneath the CG sweet spot for you to run fishing line through to above the wing to suspend the airplane. And when the airplane hangs level, you've achieved the proper CG. It's that easy. So all in all, you'll be happy to hear that this kit builds and assembles much like a monoplane in terms of the time. So that's it. This is the Precision Aerobatics Ultimate AMR 60. Easily the best EP biplane that has ever existed. And the only question you should have at this point is which color do you prefer? So thanks for watching and happy flying.